Hi, this is Tom from Genius Gecko, and it is time for another big picture update. This time is version 8.8. And you've probably noticed that we have a new background. There is a gecko in the background as well. Doesn't look genius, but it is. Anyway, I'm going to show you all the changes to the 8.8 version of the new big picture update. But if this is your first time to the channel, this is where we talk about any kind of tools really regarding the project management in the Atlassian environment. So big picture is one of my favorites, but there are definitely quite a few more, like structure, for example, like planners that we've been exploring recently, like advanced roadmaps and several other options. So if you're looking for any kind of help in regard to the project management tools inside Jira or in general Atlassian ecosystem, reach out to us. I'm sure we will be able to help you out. Now, going into this update of Big Picture, it's along the themes of all the previous updates. So basically, we are talking here about UI UX changes. So changes that allow you to work a little bit more comfortably with the tool. And that's awesome. I really like this approach. 3 things on the Gantt, 2 things in the risks module, and 1 in the resources module. Let's go. So the first one in the Gantt that we are looking at right now is super easy. It's all about navigation of the Gantt chart itself. So previously, to do something like this that I'm doing, I had to use my scroll because I'm actually using the touchpad. So it was pretty easy to do it on the touchpad. You can't see me, but I'm scrolling my 2 fingers on the touchpad left and right. But if you're using the mouse, it's a little bit more tricky. Therefore, a new function has been added. Now you just have to click your primary button, which usually is just a left mouse click. So you click it, hold, and you can drag now the Gantt however you want. So you can drag it up and down, left and right? So that's pretty handy, and it will allow you to travel along the Gantt chart more easily. Also remember that there is this minimap that allows you to do a similar thing, but navigation just around the features, around the elements that are close by, will definitely be a lot easier with just drag and drop that is now available. Now, a second thing that is also available in the Gantt is connected to filtering. So there is an awesome option that allows you to enable filters over here. And look at this task. There is a task over here with number 4, and it's connected with another task. We can see that connection over here, but this task is assigned to me. You can see my head over here. Well, actually my icon over here, and this task is not assigned to me. So if I enable a filter that will show only my tasks, then the other task that this task is connected to disappears, right? Is it possible for me to find this task? Yeah, so there is still availability of going to the info bar and then expanding the connections over here, and I can find the task number 4 that I am the owner of, and I can see that it's connected with another user story number 5. This is the dependency that we've seen before. So it's findable, and it's definitely nothing that you can't go around. You can also actually click on the task, scroll to the bottom of it, and you will see the connection over here as well. So this might actually be sometimes an even better way of finding the other end of the dependency. The last feature that I want to mention that is also connected to the Gantt is something that relates to the left part of the Gantt, where you have the list of your tasks. And now a new shortcut has been added that allows you to move the task from the bottom of the list to the top of the list. So I press Shift, Control, and arrow up, and the task appears at the very, very top of my list. Why is it important? Because if you want to move the task manually, it might be quite a lot of scrolling down that sometimes doesn't even work, like is the case on my screen right now. Therefore, I'm usually using the manual keyboard shortcuts, so Shift, arrow down, Shift, arrow up. But if you have like hundreds or even thousands of tasks over here, it's going to be a pain to move things around like this. Therefore, having an opportunity to move it to the top and then maybe slide it down a little, or move it all the way to the bottom and then slide it up a little bit, might be actually a lot faster. Therefore, I think this is quite useful. Perfect. All right, moving on, I'm going to switch to the risks module, and I haven't been in the risks module for a while because there haven't been a lot of changes around this area, but we've got something new to talk about in here. And this new thing is connected mainly to the levels of your probability and consequence. So nowadays, you're also able to change the order of those labels, so to say, or the values, and you can also add new ones without really being a Jira administrator. So that's pretty cool. The way to do this is you go here to app settings, you go to modules, and you go to risks. Sorry, you actually have to be the Jira admin, but you don't have to go and customize the Jira fields to be able to do it. That's what I meant. So over here, you have the list of those fields, and you can see that now I can change the order of those fields. So maybe you've noticed, maybe not, but for my probability, I have almost none, low, high, then medium, then very high, and then none, which I've added just manually, right? So the order of those is messed up. Therefore, I will move medium up here so that it's actually low, medium, high, and very high. And I'm going to save this without migrating anything. Confirm. There you go. It's been saved. Let's go back to the screen. And now you will see that the order is actually as it should be: medium, high, very high. Now I also have this new label called none added. And I've added it from the same screen. So I went over here to the risks. I hit the plus button over here, and I've entered the value none, and I've just added it and then saved down here at the very bottom. So what that did is it added the value to my probability list, and I could do the same for the consequence. For example, let's do it none plus. Perfect. Let's save, and let's go back. Right? So now you can see that this value none is here, and there is also a value none for the consequence, right? So I got two of them, but they haven't been added to the custom fields that are connected with consequence and probability. Therefore, if I now try to grab this task and move it to any other window, I will be able to do that. So for example, I can move it here, right? But if I try to move it to a value that is not mapped with Jira, I will actually get a warning: none field is not configured in Jira. Therefore, I cannot go and map the task to these fields. So even though they are here, I'm getting a warning that they are not mapped with Jira, which is actually good, because usually you want the values to be available in Jira, because you will be able to use them later on in reports. All right, so this is risks, and now I want to go to the last element of the puzzle for today, which is resources module. So I'm going to my demo box, and I'm going to switch straight to the resources module in my demo box. Let's see where we land. Perfect. This is exactly where I wanted us to be. So what I see over here, and I've pre-prepared this before recording this video, I have this task over here, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is I also have some other tasks visible over here that are coming from different boxes. So these are tasks that are coming from show overall assignment feature, which is an element of BigPicture Enterprise. If you don't know what it is, reach out to us. We will tell you all about it. It's one of the best features actually in the resources module and in managing resources in BigPicture. So what might strike me, if I'm not a very clever user, or if I have the older version of BigPicture, is that I have these elements over here, but if I try to drag and drop them, I cannot. So they are not editable for me, not movable for me, or actually in the previous version, I think I was able to move them, but they jumped back to where they were before because I, for example, didn't have access to the elements. And but me as a user, I might not have been aware of that, and it might have been hard to understand for the users why things are not movable here inside the resources module. Now, if things are not movable for you because you don't have the rights, because the box is closed, or for any other matter, you will get the tooltip that will explain this to you. This task doesn't belong to demo box and you cannot edit it, right? So there you go. I kind of am understanding it right now because the tooltip gave me all the relevant information. So it's also helpful, I think, from the end user perspective. And that's it. And that's it for 8.8. Oh, actually, one more thing. So all the features that were in 8.7 available for the cloud, because they rolled it out for the cloud first, now have also been moved to the BigPicture server and BigPicture data center versions. So it's all caught up, I guess. Therefore, the versions are equal for all the platforms. Yeah, so that's it for 8.8. I think it's, again, a step in the right direction. Not a lot of super cool things, but a lot of important things from the user perspective and UI and UX. Therefore, I'm happy for another update from BigPicture. If you would like to learn more about BigPicture itself, we have a free course that you can sign up for. and you can discover more features of BigPicture and learn how to start working with it. But also, if you would be willing to learn a little bit more about how to successfully manage your projects using this wonderful tool for Jira, then absolutely reach out to us. The contact will be given in the description of this video. We will schedule a free session during which we will tell you whether the tool is good for you or not. Maybe we will be able to suggest something else that will fit your requirements a little bit better, or maybe we will just tell you to keep working as you are working, maybe with some tweaks, because we just want you to be successful with your projects. And I also want to mention that we are probably the most experienced partner that is working with BigPicture almost from the very beginning. We're working with customers from all around the world, really, and this is our day-to-day bread. So you definitely won't go astray by working with us. Thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care.